Hello students, today we are going to discuss the practical number 5 for the subject Informatics Practices class 12. So in this series I have already discussed the 4 practicals. If you didn't watch, I will recommend that please watch those practicals, because in those practicals I have covered some basic concept data frame and data series. So please go and watch those. For your convenience, I have created a playlist called CBSE 12 IP practicals on my YouTube channel. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the practical number 5, that is asked to create a data frame for the examination result first, like in your school or in your colleges or etc. You might have seen the result pasted on the notice board. So what is the format of this result? This is very similar to a table, and we will create some sample examination result, and we will create the data frame for that result, and then we will display the row labels using the Python pandas data frame code. Then we will display the column labels using the Python pandas data frame code. Then we will display the data types of the each column, and then we will display the dimension of this particular data frame. So this is more or less the practical related to data frame attributes. Okay, data frame attributes, you might have attended the class on the data frame attributes, and so it is the practical of that particular thing. Okay, so as usual I am going to discuss what we are going to discuss first. We are going to discuss the problem statement, then we are going to discuss the steps to solve the problem, then we are going to write down the Python code, and then we are going to run the code in Spider editor. You might have used any editor, it will work. I am going to use the Spider editor and to demonstrate. This lecture will flow. So let's get started without delay. So here we are going to discuss what is the problem statement. Consider an examination result and create a data frame, and then write Python code to display row labels, column labels, data types of each column, and dimension we will discuss. So first as shown in this, given in the problem, we need to consider a examination result. So I am creating here some examination result, and then we will, let's suppose this is the examination result. Let me here it will be, let's suppose, subject name English, let's suppose physics, chemistry, math, computer science, total, and percentage. Like this you see on your notice board when the result is declared, look like this on a single page. Here you will have your name, let's suppose Amit, let's suppose Mohan, let's suppose Sohan, let's suppose Neha, etc. Anything you may take. Let's suppose here got 70 marks in English, 80 marks in physics, 85 in chemistry, 92 in maths, 96 in computer science. Total, let's suppose I am not doing here, let's suppose 460 total, let's suppose percentage is 90. Then let's suppose another student 50, 60, 70, 82, and 92, and let's suppose 420, and here we got, let's suppose 85%. Another student, let's suppose 80, 90, 95, 95, 98, and he got, let's suppose 480, and let's suppose 95%. Another student, let's suppose Neha, 82, 62, 78, 95, 96, and let's suppose he has get 450, and he has get 89%. let's suppose this is how the result actually on your notice board displayed when the result is declared for any like unit test or examination. This is your result list. So this is what we need to consider an examination result. Now we need to write the Python code to create this data frame, to create a data frame in Python like this, and then we need to tell what are the row labels, what are the column labels, what are the data types, and what are the dimension. Let's suppose percentage is shown, let's say 94.52, and let's suppose like this 0.2. Now what, this is a data frame like, okay. So what is data frame in Python? If you don't know, I am just revising. Data frame is what? Data frame is what? Because first part of this practical is only to create this data frame using Python. So it is a two-dimensional pandas data structure that has some rows and columns. What is the what is the data frame? Let's suppose this is a data frame. The table is very similar to the data frame, because table is also a two-dimensional structure, data frame is also a two-dimensional structure. So what are the rows here? Here row 1 is this, row 2 is this, row 3 is this, row 4 is this. So it is, these are known as rows of a data frame, and these are known as columns. So this is the first column, this is the second column, this is third column, this is fourth column, this is fifth column, this is sixth column, this is seventh column. So total 7 columns are there in this data frame. Okay, these are known as the value of particular column. Okay, like this is the value of Amit and computer science subject. So he has got 96 marks. So this is the value. These are known as values. Okay, so actually I am explaining what is data frame. So now these are known as columns. So this is a English is a column, this is a complete column. Okay, this is known as column. Amit and his marks is a complete row of this particular table or particular data frame. Okay, so each column has certain data type. Like let's suppose in this column all the values are what type? Integer type. So this data frame column has integer type data, this also 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 has integer type data, and this is point percentage can be in floating point. So this is the example of floating point data type. This is a row label, so it is not a column, it is not considered. This is row label. So Amit is a row label, Mohan is a row label, Sohan is a row label, Neha is a row label. So these are, I am considering here those as row labels. You might have add a column for that also, like name column. If you add, then it will be created as a column. Here I am not creating it as a column, I am creating it as a label, and here it is column names are also created as column labels. Okay, these are known as column labels. So what is the asked question? Row label. What are the row labels? These are the row labels. The name by which we identify the row is row label. Column label was the name of the column by which we identify the column is known as column label. Data type is what? The type of data that is held by this particular column is known as its data type. So that, let's suppose English column is having integer value, so its data type will become integer. And what is the dimension? Dimension is the total dimension of this particular table. So it will always be two-dimensional data structure. So this is how this table is yeah, this data frame is given, and you should know what is the row label. So I have explained what is row label, because without knowing these terms you will not be able to write down the code. Then you need to know column label. What is column label? I have explained, these are column labels. Then third thing, you should know what is data type. Data type is what? The type of data that is held by the column. Then fourth thing, you should know what is the dimension. Dimension means what is the dimension of this particular data frame. Data frame is a two-dimensional structure, so its dimension will be two-dimensional. Okay, there are more attributes are there. Let's suppose, what is the size of this data frame? Size is what? Size is number of data items in this particular data frame is known as size of this data frame. So what are, how many number of items are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 7 into 4 rows, so 42 items are there. So no, sorry, 28 data items are there. This is known as size. What is the shape of this data frame? Shape is what? These are I am telling additional. Shape is what? How many number of rows are there and how many number of columns are there? So how many number of rows are there? 4 rows. So 4 comma, how many number of columns? 7 columns. So 4 comma 7 is the shape of this particular data frame. Shape of the data frame is given by number of rows comma number of columns. So these are the additional attributes you should know if you are working with the data frame. Additional attribute, one more possible, is transpose. What is the transpose of this particular data frame? Transpose is means converting the row into column and column into row. This is known as column into row. This is known as the transpose of this particular data frame. Okay, we will see when we are writing this code into the Python editor, then I will explain these additional attributes also if time permits me. Okay, now we are focusing on these 4 attributes so that we can complete our practical. Now I am roughing something and we need to write the Python code to create this particular data frame. To how to create this particular data frame, I need to explain you. Okay, so I am roughing this portion so that I have some space. Okay, now let me write the code. So how to create the data frame? Already I have shown you code in 2 practicals. So first we need to import the pandas as PD. This line should be the first line because data frame is part of the pandas library. So you should write how to import the pandas before starting this practical. Now to create the data frame, what you should know, you will create a 2-dimensional dictionary first, then you will pass the dictionary in the data frame method. So how this data frame can be created? You need to create some dictionary. Let's suppose result underscore data is the dictionary. Then how you will create? What you will do? You need to take the columns individually as a key into dictionary. So first column will become what? It will become English. Then we will have list of marks in English. Then second column will become physics. Then list of marks and all those stuff. Then third column will become chemistry. Then all those marks will come. Then fourth column will become math. Like this, all those columns you need to pass. So this is the way how to create the dictionary. Then each time you pass, comma is there necessary. Then computer science, then you need to pass like this. Then you will create total like this. Then you need to create percentage. The data frame is bigger, that's why it is taking some time. Then at the end you will close this dictionary like this. So here you will write the data. So here you will write the English column data. Okay, English column data will be written here. 70, 50, let's suppose 80, 82, like here 80, 60, like this way, 90, then 62, follow me, 85, 70, 95, 78, then you will see this one, 92, then 82, then 95, then 95. This is dummy data, don't think that sum is incorrect, sir. Okay, this is dummy data only. 96, 93, 98, 96, then you will have this 460, 420, 480, 450, then you will have 90.5, 85.2, 95 and 89. So this is the dictionary we have created. This is the dictionary we have created. Okay, now using this dictionary we will create the data frame. So to create the data frame, let's suppose result df, result underscore df, let's suppose name of the data frame variable. To create the data frame, you will like this data frame, and then what you will pass? You will pass this dictionary as it is, result underscore data. There are multiple ways to create the same data frame using 2D array, 2D and D array. You can also create this data frame using series. Also you can create this data frame. I am using 2D dictionary because I find it simple. You can calculate or create using a numpy array also. Then you need to pass the index, because this is the index. Columns will become the keys of the dictionary, but what about the index? Index you need to pass manually in this method. So how to pass? Index equals to, this is continuous to this line only. Here actually I am writing index equals to, what we will pass? We will pass Amit, then you will pass Mohan. Those will become row labels. Okay, these are Sohan. Whatever you want to create the row, as a row labels, pass in this data frame method as index equals to, then you are Neha. Okay, this is how you pass and close it, and this will create this data frame actually. Okay, so this is the logic. Okay, now what we will do, there are standard syntax to print the row label, column label, data types and column and dimensions. It is very easy now. If you understood that much, now it will be understood. It will be easy to understand the next portion. Let me rub some portion of this problem, and okay, now it will be easy to write here in this page only. Okay, now to print this particular row label, to print the row label of the data frame, like these values, if you want to print, this data frame is created using this line. If you want to print the row labels, then what code you will write? Print result underscore df dot, what we will write? Row labels. To print the row labels, you will write index attribute. If you write this line, it will print the list of, like this, Amit, it will print. This is result. Okay, not consider it as a code. Index will come Amit, Mohan, that's for Neha or Sohan and Neha, like this will print. Now if you print, if you want to print the column label, then you will need to write result underscore df dot columns. Using this columns attribute, you can print the name of columns, like English, like physics and so on, all the columns up to percentage, like so this will print. If you want to print the data type of each column, then you will write print result underscore df dot d type. It will print the column name and their data type. English, then it will read integer, then let's for math, then it will print integer, and so on up to for all columns. it will print. Okay, and if you want to print the dimension, then you will use this syntax print. I am writing here because of the space. So print result underscore df dot ndim attribute will print the dimension of this particular data frame, so it will return 2-dimensional. Okay, so this is, we have covered the logic. I have told you how to create the data frame using a given table. Then I have shown you how to print these attributes that were asked in the question. We will see some of the additional attributes while I am executing this on the editor. Okay, so I am roughing this screen. I am directly going to the Spider editor now because I have already written the code here while explaining. So I am going to the Spider editor and execute it. Okay, so now I am in my Spider editor. Now we will type the code first. So to create the above data frame, I am typing the code: import pandas hpd. Then you need to, what kind of structure we want to create. Let me now note down the structure so that you can have some glimpse. So what we want, let's suppose here we will be having the English, then maths, physics, then chemistry, then maths, then computer science, then we were having total, then we are having percentage. Like this we had the 7 columns and we were having 4 or 5 rows like Amit, Sohan and so on. This kind of structure we want to create. So I already told we will create a dictionary that have column name as a key and its value as a items. So this is how key value pair dictionary we will be creating in this particular code. Okay, see it here. So I am creating some result data. Let's suppose result data equals to, I already typed it, so I am just copy pasting. So there will be English column, physics column, chemistry column, maths column, computer science column, marks column and percentage column. And to create the data frame, what we need to do, df equals to pd dot data frame, and here you will pass this result underscore data, and you need to pass the index label. So it might be your name of the student. Let's suppose Amit, then let's suppose Sohan, then let's suppose Mohan, then let's suppose Neha, and let's suppose Sachin, like this. Okay, I am pressing enter so that it can fit in single line like this. You have created this data frame and you have chosen row labels as Amit, Sohan, Mohan, Neha and Sachin. Their marks are given in this dictionary. So let me print this data frame first so that you know this data frame is created or not. So I am just printing. Click on the run button and you should be able to see it. So let me click here and expand this console. Here you can see the subject name English, physics, chemistry, math, computer science, marks and percentage. Let me type percentage in some, let's suppose floating point number, so that we have some different data type also. So here percentage, let me run it again. Here the percentage in floating point number and other columns are in integer. This is known as the, so here you can see what you can see, this is known as column label. This is known as column labels. Now we are going to print it, so that's why I am printing. This is known as row labels. Okay, this type is integer type. All the data items are integer type, no floating point, integer. Here only we will have the float. Dimension is 2-dimensional structure. So let me go and see what actually we need to type to print the row labels. So let me try to print row labels using Python code. So what I will do, print result underscore df dot row labels. Print, to print the row labels you will use the index attribute. Now let me run this and see here what it gets printed. You see the Amit, Sohan, Mohan, Neha, Sachin are printed because these are known as row labels. I have already told you here these are known row labels, so it is printing like this. Okay. Now let me print the column labels. To print the column labels, what you will use? Print result underscore df dot columns. Columns attribute you will use to print the column labels. Now we will run this by clicking here. See, English, physics, chemistry, maths, computer science, marks, percentage, column names are printing. I have already told you that these are known as column labels. Okay. Now we will see some other attributes. Now we will see some data type. Let's suppose what is the data type of each column. So we will print result underscore df dot. To know the data types, you will use the attribute dtypes. I think it is dtypes. Okay, now click on the run button. See, English column has integer data, physics column has integer data, all those things have the integer data, and other data column like percentage was having the floating data because it has the some floating point numbers. Okay, that's why it is having the floating point data. Okay, now what we will do, we will print the dimension. So to print the dimension, result underscore, so print the dimension, you will use the result underscore df dot ndim. Ndim attribute will return you the dimension. So click here and you see the 2, that means it is a 2-dimensional structure. Now we will see some more attributes. Let's suppose size. Print result underscore df dot size. What it will return? It will return number of elements in the data frame. How many number of elements are there in this data frame? If you see and count, you will see 5 into 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 into 5, 35. So it should return the 35. See here 35. So this is the size of the data frame. Now if you want to print the shape of this data frame, let's suppose what is the shape? Shape is the number of rows comma number of columns. So you can print here. What is the number of columns? Number of columns are 7 and number of rows are 5. So 5 comma 7 should be printed. Click here, it will show 5 comma 7, that means 5 rows and 7 columns. Now we will see last attribute, that is result underscore df dot transpose. Dot transpose, you use the t attribute to transpose. What is the transpose meaning? I will go explain here. So just click on the t. Let me click on the. So here you can see what is the result of the t transpose. I have already told you, row will become column and column will become row. Let me show you with some example so that you can understand. Let me give you some small example so you can understand. Let's suppose this is the data frame. Let us suppose this is the data frame. This is the data frame. Let's suppose 1, 2, 3. This is the column label. A, B is the row label. Let's suppose this is a data frame df. It has some value. Let's suppose 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Now what is the df dot t? Df dot t means what is the transpose? How to transpose a data frame? This is known as row. This is known as row. So this will become column. So 10, 12, 14. This row is becoming the column here, and this row will become the second column. 16, 18, 20. So this becomes the second column, and let me draw it. And you will write here A, B, and here you will write 1, 2, 3. So see, row become the column, row become column, and column become row. So this is known as transpose of a matrix. Okay, transpose of a data frame. Actually, in mathematical term it is known as matrix. Data frame is also known as matrix. Okay, so this is how the transpose works. So let's see how it is worked in our case. If you see here, the English, physics, chemistry, maths, computer science was the row part of the row, these are the columns, so these become the rows. They see here it is coming here, but in the new data frame after transpose it is coming like this here. Okay, and what about these row labels? Previously it was like this. Previously it was part as a row label here, but now in that new data frame, transpose data frame, it became the column. So this is how the transpose operation work. Okay, now I have explained all the attributes. You may use these attributes and use this code and see how it works. I already explained all those steps, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me. Thank you for now in this lecture, and if you have any doubt, please comment on the video or email me. That's all in this video. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.